So we have another rapper that's been murdered, shot dead. Another one, another rapper. So I'm sure you guys are already familiar with one of the Migos members, Takeoff, okay? He wasn't as popular as Offset and Quavo, but he definitely had some shine and he definitely had presence, okay? He also was a vocal technician for the group. So he was located in Houston, Texas at 810 Bullard and Bowling, and he was attending a private party. And after the private party, I guess when everything was all said and done, everything was finished, 40 people gathered together on the third level of the establishment, waited outside, and after the argument ensued, then came gunshots. I'm just like, what could be so bad? What triggered someone in an argument? What kind of argument triggered someone so bad that they had to get their guns out and shoot? I'm telling you, people today are such cowards. Such cowards. And so wicked and so evil. And I bet you the same person that shot him looked just like him. Well, I'm not surprised. Okay, this violence is just amping up. If I see a whole bunch of people on the block, 40, 50 people, I'm walking the other way. I'm not trying to be around that because most likely something about to pop off. So you at a party, you know they're drinking, you know they smoking, so they probably high and drunk and probably on some other stuff. So you mix all that in and then you argue with the person? A demon's about to be released. It's simple as that. Simple as that. This man, Takeoff, was only 28 years old. 28 years old. Dead at 28 years old. Coolio just died and he was 59. He wasn't even 60. He was still young. I mean, the death toll, I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but a lot of black men losing their lives. They're either getting murdered, or they're getting sick because they're not taking care of themselves, or they in a bad situation, wrong place, wrong time, or sometimes there's certain things you do in your life, how you live your life, it comes right back to you full throttle. It's like a boomerang. But for what I'm hearing, reading about Takeoff, they're saying that he was a peaceful man. A music executive by the name of Pierre Thomas, he created the Quality Control record label. And he said Takeoff basically had a beautiful soul. He was very peaceful. He had a peaceful aura. If you ever came around him, you felt rest. He always wanted to listen to you. He never really wanted to talk over you. He wasn't a man that loved attention because I didn't really see much of Takeoff. All we knew was Boney, Offset, and you know, Quavo. Everybody knew them, but Takeoff was always like, who in the world is Takeoff? Like, we didn't really know too much about him behind the group, the establishment, and the whole journey of Migos, who they are, what they were, and how they came about. He was excited for the group, you know, so he was excited to start rapping, and he wanted to make a difference in the rap industry, okay, in the music hip-hop industry. This is really unfortunate for his mom. His mom made a statement. She said that it doesn't matter if you're famous, you're still a person. Your fame is not gonna excuse you from getting killed, from getting shot. People have to understand, just because you're famous, just because you make it out the hood, you make it into a life that's not impoverished, you're still a person, and there are people that would envy you and would not be happy for you at all. Sometimes when you upgrade in your life, you cannot keep hanging out with certain type of people. It is not to be bougie, it's not to be stuck up, it's not to be, oh, I'm full of myself. No, it's called being wise, getting the heck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't be hanging with people. 40 people? That's a lot of people. Famous or not, I'm not trying to hang with people. I'll keep my circle very small. It's enough that you're already famous. You're known. You have money. You have riches. You have wealth. People know that. People see. People recognize you. And you still want to go to private parties and hang out. I'm not doing any of that. You better have some tight security and a baby glued to your hip. Because people will try you. They don't care how famous you are. Now, rap has been dying back to back to back to back to back. I want to mention Nipsey real quick because Nipsey Hussle's death was huge too, and that brought a lot of pain, a lot of tears to a lot of people. And he was still somewhat dealing in the hood. not in a negative way, in a positive way, as far as like he had like computer programs, technical programs. The tech industry is booming, and I do want to see more black people go into tech and claim it and break through and make some really great money. Nice industry where you guys can really up your game and even make a difference, and even be a blessing to other people, because you're making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. You guys can make that money. So I heard he was trying to make a difference in getting people more tech savvy with computers and so on like that, and he had his own store. So in the hood, and he was still in the hood. I get that you want to help the people, you want to help the community, but you can help from afar sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be people out there that don't care. They will kill your own mama. They don't care. They will kill your own child. They don't care. Some people are that demonic. Clearly, whoever shot Takeoff is a sick, twisted, and wicked individual. Period. Period. At the end of the day, you have to have a cold heart to shoot someone over an argument. Over an argument. Where's the love? Okay, I don't agree with what you just said. You don't agree with what I just said. Okay. We could respectfully agree to disagree. What happened to that? And then men like to talk about, because I know he wasn't shot by no woman. I'm sure he was shot by a man. And I can't even say a man, a boy, a devil. A lot of men like to come at women and make fun of women and saying that women are all, we're so emotional, we're so emotional. But to be honest, I'm talking that a lot of men are way more emotional than women. Because women ain't out here blasting each other's heads off and shooting each other down over an argument. Women is not really committing crimes against each other like that. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. But a lot of crimes that occur against black men is by other black men. We could throw in the other races too, you know, the white on black and the police with the black men. We could say it to, but we're talking about black on black crime, and that is something that needs to be emphasized more on. We need to have more discussions and call this stuff out. It is so chaotic whenever a white man kills a black man, let's say a police officer versus a black man like George Floyd. We get such a big uproar, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have or feel no weight about them taking out our black men. I'm not saying that. But at the very end of the day, when it's black men killing black men or black men killing black women, where is the uproar for that? We only come together with other races doing us dirty, but when are we going to address the issues that we're having within our community and call that out and speak more about that? That's why I watch Minister of Wellness. He's a health ministry that I definitely support, and I have been blessed by it. And I still got work to do in regards to health, but at the end of the day, I'm still trying. A lot of these crimes and violence occur because people are not mentally well. People are sick. Literally, I'm not talking about a sick with a cold. I'm not talking about sick with a fever, with the flu. I'm talking about they were mentally sick. These people are spiritually sick and mentally sick. And honestly, mentally and spiritually is one of the same. It's one of the same. We need to have more discussions about the violence against each other, and we need to have more discussions on health and mental wellness, because that is lacking severely in our community. And that's all around, yes, but I'm talking about our community. Because all these people that were killed, all these rappers that were murdered and gunned down were by their own people. The Houston Police Chief Troy Finner, he's saying that he doesn't want Takeoff's death to affect the hip-hop community, because you have the rapper Designer. He's saying that he no longer wants to rap because of Takeoff's death. Yeah, he no longer wants to rap. He no longer wants to rap. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but after Takeoff's death, he does not want to rap anymore. Music have spiritual essence to it. It could be something angelic, something soulful, something heavenly, or something demonic. So, because there's different type of spirits. So a lot of people hear certain type of music and a certain vibration they'll pick up. And I'm telling you, they can move, okay? And that certain vibration could cause you to move and think things and do things. And it's one thing to think it, but it's a whole nother when you act it out. And too many people are not controlling their thoughts, their wickedness, and they're acting it out, okay? A lot of people have been infiltrated because people's hearts are already wicked and cold. So it make it easier for evilness to dwell in them, and then just take over. 28 years old. 28 years old. I overheard someone on my job saying this man was just starting to live his life. He was just starting to shine and come out on the scene. and probably be either solo artists or continue, because I believe that Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset, they were having some issues, some legal issues, and Quavo said that him and Takeoff was going to continue as a group and just be a duo. And that just, of course, that's not going to happen. But 28 years old, now another mother had to bury her son. You got parents and grandparents outliving their children and grandchildren. This needs to stop. We need to have a discussion about this, because at the end of the day, you guys can't talk about how we love one another and talk about Black Lives Matter, but then yet when other people attack us from other nations, other groups, we make a big stink about it. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't feel no way, but when it's our own people, it's like, it's whatever. So what you guys are trying to say, so it's okay for other nations to kill us, but then when we killing each other, oh, another day, another dollar. What's new? No, we're doing this every day to one another. We're doing this every single day. When I was watching The Birth of a Nation with Nat Turner, this little snitch Negro wanted to come on in and eavesdrop on their plan to overtake Massa. The other guy has sense to say, hey, get your little behind up out of here. We don't want you here. Get your ass up out of here. Nat Turner was like, no, no, no. He's one of us. He's our, you know, he's our own. He's cool. He's cool. Little nigga went back and told Massa. Guess what? Massa came ready and killed him. And Nat Turner, he was killed in the most gruesomest way. Somebody cut up his body, took off his parts, his genitals, took out his son. Oh my goodness. We've been betraying each other. We've been disrespectful to one another. We've been envious towards another. We've been jealous towards one another. We don't show each other no love. We don't inspire. We don't encourage. For the most part, we just don't. Some of us do encourage. Some of us do show love. But as a whole, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. The self-hatred and the hatred that you have for yourself needs to stop. Because when you love yourself, you're going to love someone who looks like you. You're going to have love for someone that looks like you. But when you don't love yourself and you got issues within, you're going to see someone that looks just like you, and you're not going to care. I got the notification about Takeoff, and I was like, another one? I'm just like, come on. Ooh. Wow. But we got to get it together, y'all. We got to get it together. We got to get it together. Watch who you hang around with. Watch your circle. Watch who and what you entertain. I said the best person to get close to and to fellowship with and to hang out with is your creator. Period. You can't go wrong with him. You cannot go wrong with hanging out with your creator. He's way better than hanging out with them fools you hanging out with, some of y'all. And it may not be everybody, but you really got to watch your circle and really got to watch your surroundings. Because you never know, death could be creeping up right around the corner and you don't even know it. Because of jealousy and the hate and the deviancy and the demonic entities that are dwelling in people are right near you. Hanging with you, smiling with you. And then next thing you know, it's too late once you find out. All I could say is, you know, rest in peace to Takeoff. I know Offset and Quavo, they're grieving, and his family and friends, his mother, rest in peace. And everyone just needs to be safe. You know, people just need to be well aware. I can't stress enough that we need to have more discussions on the violence that we bring upon one another, and mental health too as well. That is so important. I feel like that is a neglected topic. The devastation that we're causing families in our community. This killer of Takeoff, or killers, because they said it was 2 guns that were shot. They have not been found. He or them have not been found. But they can run from the police, but they can't run from the Most High. He sees evil and he sees the good. He sees it all. They're not getting away with nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We all got to face the Most High one day. Alright, so anyway, guys, take care, and I'll see if I come up with some more updates. I might make a YouTube short if there is more information about Takeoff, but take care and be safe. Alright, bye.